Thursday Night Football on FoxSportsSouthwest.com welcomes you to Newcomb Field at Veterans Memorial Stadium in Pasadena. Week 10 across the state of Texas begins tonight, and in District 22 5A, the 5-4 Dobie Longhorns entertain the 7-2 Pearland Oilers. And now welcome up to our perch. It's been a long time with Brent Moody and Jarrell Branch. I'm Michael Silvers. Delighted to have you with us. For Pearland, they're coming in having lost their second game at home this season. They lose the District 22 5A championship to the Manville Mavericks 42-28. So Brent Moody, they enter tonight looking to erase the memory of that loss last week while also further preparing themselves for the Division I playoffs next week.
Oh yeah, and they're in an excellent position where they really don't have to play their guys the entire game. They already know they're going to the playoffs, so you want to play them a little bit, but not play them just to keep them fresh. You want to just have some other guys get in and contribute, but they're in a great position already knowing they're going to the playoffs.
Meanwhile, the Dobie Longhorns sit at 4-2 in District 22 5A. They are 5-4 overall. They control their own destiny. If they win, they are in, but they are an extreme dark horse here tonight. And should they lose, they'll need a little help on Saturday with Pasadena Memorial taking on Alvin. Pasadena Memorial would have to either defeat Alvin or Alvin would have to win by fewer than 4 points. So if either of those scenarios become reality, the Longhorns are in, and they'll play in the Division I playoffs themselves.
Yeah, Dobie, I mean, they're in a great position right now because of the fact that Pearland may not play all their starters, and they may, be able to just go ahead and take advantage of this game. If they're able to do that, they'll be able to get into the playoffs, and they'll be able to have a successful season.
When we return, we'll take a look at the District 22 5A standings from top to bottom as we continue to count down to kickoff. Dobie hosting Pearland next here on Fox Sports Southwest.
Progressive Mobile is really catching on. People can do it all. Get a quote, buy and manage their policy. It's great.
Well, what's with the music? Dude, get a car insurance quote. I'll let it go to voicemail. Putting it on vibrate.
Middle pass.
Our giant store on your little phone. That's Progressive Mobile.
Nestled in the comfort of the Texas Gulf Coast, Deer Park, Texas continues to prove why the birthplace of Texas is on everyone's mind. Voted best affordable suburb by the Bloomberg Business Week, Deer Park is home to many businesses and continues to grow in population and industry. With its close proximity to the Houston Ship Channel, Deer Park is home to many industrial leaders like Dow and Shell. Voted in the top 10 most affordable places to live by CNN Money, Deer Park lures many new residents year-round. These residents enjoy the comforts of many retail outlets, recreational locations, and historic sites like the Battleship Texas and San Jacinto Monument. And with a recognized school district that boasts award-winning athletic, culinary, and journalism programs, Deer Park continues to gain the attention of people nationwide. Come see what everyone's talking about and make your next visit to Texas a rebirthing experience in the birthplace of Texas. Don't worry, boots and jeans are optional. Work, stay, play, explore. That's Deer Park, Texas. Uniquely you.
Lone Star College opens doors for nearly 50,000 students. And we're ready to open doors for you too. Register now, on campus or online.
Banking, but better. Shell Federal Credit Union. Perfect credit, not required. Shell Federal Credit Union. No matter where you work or live in Harris County, you're welcome here with full service banking. More for you at Shell FCU. Banking, but better. Shell Federal Credit Union.
The Dobie Longhorns make their appearance on the field here at Veterans Memorial Stadium as we take a look at the District 22 5A standings entering this final weekend of the 2012 regular season. At the top, the District 22 5A champions will be the Manville Mavericks, by virtue of their win last week over the Pearland Oilers. The two teams in red there have already clinched and punched their ticket to the postseason. Now, the two spots left open are currently being held by Pasadena Memorial and Dobie, but they haven't clinched yet. Pasadena Memorial will get in with a win on Saturday over Alvin or a Dobie loss tonight. Dobie, as we mentioned at the top of our program, will get in with a win tonight, an Alvin loss, or an Alvin win by less than 4 points. That game between Alvin and Memorial will take place Saturday afternoon here at Newcomb Field at 1 p.m. When we return, keys to the game and the opening kickoff, Pearland, Dobie, yours next here on Fox Sports Southwest.
Hi, welcome to Raising Cane's. You know Cane's is all about one love. It's chicken fingers that are always fresh, never ever frozen. A friendly crew, a fun atmosphere, and a perfect chicken finger meal every time. That is one love. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers.
Here's a crazy idea. What if your bank actually paid you for using your debit card? Let's say 10 cents for every $10 or more debit card purchase. How amazing would that be? We call it Cashback Counts Checking from Community Bank. A free debit card that pays you to use it. Even he's smiling at that. Swipe all you can from your bank. Community Bank of Texas. Bank where you live.
If safety is your goal, Fabinco is your gate. Fabinco, the world's leading manufacturer of self-closing safety gates.
Welcome back to Pasadena Veterans Memorial Stadium. Dobie Longhorns and the Pearland Oilers. A lot on the line tonight for Dobie. They control their own destiny. Pearland are already in. It's just a matter of who they're going to play next week, and that will be determined by the outcome of tomorrow night's Deer Park North Shore game in District 21 5A. LaPorte will be playing Port Arthur Memorial in Port Arthur for the District 21 5A championship. Now, if the playoffs were to start today, Dobie would take on North Shore, while LaPorte would take on Pasadena Memorial. Manville would get Port Arthur Memorial, and what a game that would be in the first round. You have the reigning Region 3 champions in Division 2 Class 5A opposite last year's Class 4A Division 1 runners-up. And the other matchup would see Pasadena Memorial take on LaPorte. Time now for our keys to victory. Brent, I'll start with you.
Well, for Dobie, they've got to not put too much pressure on themselves. They've got a lot of key injuries. They're a very young team. They've just got to not try to do too much and come out here and just play their game.
And for Pearland, obviously, Jarrell, they would like to just erase the memory of last week and finish strong.
Yeah, they just need to jump out on Dobie early and just be able to attack them and get on the board early so they can get their starters out the game and hopefully maintain that lead throughout.
Dobie will receive the opening kickoff here from Veterans Memorial Stadium. Come in on a 3-game winning streak with wins over Alvin, Pasadena, and Sam Rayburn. One might think if Alvin and Dobie ended up with the same record, well, Dobie would get in simply by the victory over Alvin. That's not the case. It's a points tiebreaker in 22 5A. Dobie sends back Joe Gonzalez and Jarvis Lester to receive the opening kickoff. That'll come off the foot of Michael Winstead. A windy night here in Pasadena, and Winstead's kick will go out the back of the end zone, and the Longhorns will start on their own 25-yard line as we take a look at the McDonald's starting lineups. Tyler Wolf was the starting quarterback when this season began. Then he was taken out in favor of Darrell Edwards, who left the team to focus on basketball. So Tyler Wolf is back in the lineup. You see the two starting running backs, Adonis Thomas and Brandon Terrell, see some significant time from freshman Devon Penamon. He wears number 11 for Dobie. This is a Dobie offense averaging 323.22 yards per game. They have rushed for just under 2,500 yards this season. They are a multiple option quarterback-led team. And early flags here at the start. Our referee tonight is Kevin Upham.
Snap. False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Play first down.
And talking with offensive coordinator Damian Judge on the field before the game. Obviously can't afford to have an early penalty like that set you back 5 yards. Got to play mistake-free football as Dobie begin with a handoff and a 2-yard pickup to the 22-yard line.
Managed to bounce off a couple of tacklers there. Looked like he was going to go down for a loss, but ended up picking up two.
Adonis Thomas on the run. Now here's a Pearland defense that has been hit with some recent injuries. Some late changes. Brandon Bozzolina is out, so is his backup Kevin Harvey. In the starting lineup up front, Deontay Givens. And another flag.
You know, this is something that Dobie just can't have. I mean, they've been playing it all week. They know how important this game is. And for them to have 2 penalties in the first series, he's got to relax and get it together.
Last week, Dobie penalized 3 times for 25 yards. They've already got 2 penalties within the opening seconds. Second down and about 18. Wolf throws on the run, and it is caught at midfield. Chris Gugis, the team's leading receiver, had 79 yards coming in, catches that pass. And a huge play on second down and long.
He did a great job of being patient and rolling out and almost threw that ball a little bit short, but good job by the receiver to come back to the ball.
Yeah, he had to throw it sooner than he wanted to. That's why it was short. He was feeling the pressure. Had he had a chance to step into that one, probably would have hit his receiver in stride, and that would have been 6.
Terrell on the carry for 2 yards. That was a 33-yard pass play. Wolf came in this season to this game 14 of 45, a junior with 116 yards passing and an interception. He has yet to throw a touchdown. Since coming back in, becoming the starting quarterback after the departure of Darrell Edwards, he is 3-1 as a starter. Lost his first game against Manville in a 48-0 loss, then has won 3 straight. On the play fake, he's in trouble, and he is sacked back inside his own 45-yard line. In on a linebacker blitz, former fullback for Pearland, John Giberman, converted to linebacker this season.
Well, and it looked like Dobie got away with another false start on that play. Looked like the fullback and running back were moving before the snap.
Looks like on that play, the linebacker was just spying the quarterback. He just waited, hesitated, saw his hole, and was able to hit it.
Wolf last week threw for just 3 yards on 1 of 7 passing in a win over Sam Rayburn, which saw Dobie rack up 481 total offensive yards. Wolf under pressure, and he goes down again as he slips on the turf. Trying to avoid the pressure from sophomore Deontay Givens, checking into the starting lineup prior to today's game.
It almost seems like if you're anticipating a run and they don't come through the middle, you can just shoot to the edges because the quarterback's not tall enough to see over his line. Every time they're passing the ball, they're rolling him out.
Yeah, they have to, yeah.
That brings out the punt unit for Dobie. They get the one big play to achieve a first down, then go backwards. Wobbly kick taken by number 20 for the Pearland Oilers, Connor Chidester. He's out of bounds at the 46-yard line. Here comes the Pearland Oiler offense. Jacob Garner, 2-year starter at quarterback, was a linebacker in Pearland's 2010 state championship run. Hayden Cole, a junior with 323 yards rushing and 10 touchdowns this season. Offensive coordinator is Mike Norman. This offense is averaging 341.33 yards per game here in 2012. They'll scrimmage from their own 46-yard line. And Garner on a keeper, straight ahead into Longhorn territory and taken down at the 48-yard line. 5-yard run for Jacob Garner. The Dobie defense. Keep your eyes out for Darian Childs. Linebacker returned an interception for a touchdown in a win over Pasadena earlier this season. 2nd down and 4. The lefty Garner shoots one right side, complete to Rasheed Davis. Davis, a transfer in from Louisiana, takes it inside the Dobie 40, out of bounds and tackled at the 38-yard line. 10 yards on the pass play and a 1st down for the Oilers.
Pearland made these plays look so effortless. Just to go, 2 plays, get a 1st down, and that's something that they can do consistently throughout. This offensive line is so strong, and they're so big, they're able to just push down the line, and they also block well.
Garner came in throwing for 821 yards, 7 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Handoff, Jacoby Butler breaks into the secondary down the sideline. Touchdown!
Did I mention that this offensive line of Pearland blocks well? I didn't know.
38 yards for Jacoby Butler, his 12th touchdown of the season. Sophomore came in with over 500 yards rushing as we take another look at the touchdown scamper.
And all this is a little lead play, and everybody got their block, and all he had to do was go ahead and put the Jets on, and he had his sights on the end zone, and, he just uses his speed to get past that Dobie defense.
Winstead for the point after. And with 8:24 remaining in the first quarter, Pearland get the stop on defense and score on offense in their opening series. They lead 7-0.
If safety is your goal, Fabenco is your gate. Fabenco, the world's leading manufacturer of self-closing safety gates.
Tonight, Thursday Night Football on Fox Sports Southwest.com is brought to you in part by You Store More in Pearland. Storage where you can store more for less. Rain or shine, they've got you covered. Early hold by the Pearland defense pays dividends for the offense as they score the game's first touchdown. Here's Brent.
38-yard touchdown run by Butler caps off a drive of only 3 plays, 54 yards, and only 52 seconds off the clock. The extra point attempt by Winstead was good. That score coming with 8:24 left in the first quarter. It's 7-0 Pearland on top of Dobie.
Winstead set to kick it off. Pearland's 2 losses this season came at the rig. Last week to Manville, back on September 14th, losing a non-district battle to the Memorial Mustangs from the Spring Branch Independent School District. This one won't be returnable, and Dobie will get it back on their own 25-yard line. They had some positives in that opening series, mainly the 33-yard touchdown, the 33-yard pass from Wolf to Gugis, but it went backwards from there.
Right, yeah, they can execute that play, it seems like, all night long because the corners are hesitating. They don't want him to take off and run, so they're hesitating and trying to catch up with the receivers. But if he's able to throw that ball and throw it to his receiver and let them run under it, they may have something.
Shotgun start for the Dobie offense. Handoff to Adonis Thomas. Tries to get to the edge, but is sealed off nicely along the edge by Marlon Walls, Jr., outside linebacker. He leads the way defensively for the Oilers.
It seems like he hesitated in his run to try to let some blockers get out in front of him, and that just allowed enough time for all the Oilers to get over there and game tackle him.
Right, he tried to have some patience there, and that defensive line just did a good job of just standing up the offensive line and moving laterally.
Thomas with 186 rush yards coming in on 40 carries, a junior for the Longhorn offense. And a play fake off the edge. It is Tyler Wolf keeping it himself. Gets stood up by Connor Chedister. And the free safety in this 4-4 defensive setup is stopped about 2 yards shy of a Dobie first down.
And see, this is going to be something that they need to run all night long so they can try and keep this Pearland defense honest. Because if they have 3 different options right there: quarterback, keep, hand it off to the fullback, go ahead and pitch it out to the tailback. So they need to be able to do that throughout the night to keep this defense honest.
3rd and a long yard. Wolf on the keeper again, gets hit by Gibberman, stretches the ball out, but looks like he'll be stopped short. Short of the 35-yard line is where the officials spot the football.
Now, the only bad part about that is that this Pearland defense is coming up so quickly up the field, it's hard for him to make a quick decision. So it's a lot easier for him to go ahead and keep the ball, take it upfield, because he doesn't want to fumble the ball.
I mean, they thought about going for it for a second, but you don't get it here. You're giving Pearland very good field position. It did take them long to score with 54 yards to get into the end zone.
Villalta out for punt number 2. Chedister back deep to receive for the Oilers. Kicking into the stiff breeze here in Pasadena, an end-over-end wobbly kick. Chedister will let it bounce, and it gets a Longhorn bounce into around the 29-yard line. 37-yard punt for Villalta. And Pearland's offense will come back out onto the field. And last week against Manville, they put up just 237 yards of total offense, and that's very uncharacteristic for a team that we mentioned had been averaging well over the 300-yard mark of total offense per game.
And, you know, that just goes to show you how good Manville has played and how well prepared they were last week for that Pearland team.
Manville only has seen 1 loss this season. They are currently 8-1 at the top of District 22 5A. Will be the district champions after it's all said and done. They begin with a pitch to Hayden Cole, and on first down, he lowers his shoulder, rumbles over tacklers, and takes it out to the 42-yard line for a 13-yard run on first down for a Pearland first down.
And 3rd first down of the game so far, and it looks like there's a block in the back right as he gets over to the edge here, right there.
Went unseen, no flag on the play. First down and 10 for the Oilers from their own 42. Garner throws complete.
Nice.
Into the secondary, taking it Robert Lachusa to the 40-yard line. And Lachusa, about a 15-yard pass play.
Pearland is just basically showing you their athletic ability. I mean, watch as soon as he catches the ball. This should be a tackle right there. Had 2 guys on him, was able to spin out of it.
It's really just a case of Dobie being young and injured and Pearland being much older and more experienced.
First and 10 from the 40, down to 5:40 to play in the first quarter. Garner with a blitz, gets rid of it, and it is picked off. Intercepted by Dwight Tucker, his 3rd interception of the season, takes it back to the Longhorn 45.
They're going to need the defense to step up like this to get the ball for the offense.
It really looked like he didn't want to throw that ball. He just, well, no. He just short-armed it.
Never saw Tucker.
And his wide receiver wasn't even looking back to the ball.
Tucker returned to punt 78 yards last week in the win over Sam Rayburn, a 49-17 victory for the Longhorns. First and 10 from their own 45, handoff Adonis Thomas. Just a yard before John Gibberman teams up with Ryan Griswold for the tackle of a Thomas.
It's almost, they've become predictable on first down. They run the same play, it seems like, every first down, and Pearland's not fooled by it. They do better going back to their option, getting that thing kind of going, get it flowing, get some balance going with it so you can, you know, throw some trickery on there.
Second down and 9. Back on the ground to Thomas, and he is tackled in the backfield. Off the edge is Deontay Givens to wrap him up. Back at the original line of scrimmage, forcing 3rd down and 10.
And Dobie's going to have to continue to go to the air just to keep Pearland honest. They're just stacking the box. 8 guys up front. Absolutely nowhere to go.
And it's the guys on the defensive line that's getting in the backfield. The linebackers are just sitting there waiting for him.
3rd and 10. Wolf on a play fake. Throws too tall. Trying to find Darius Simmons. That'll force a 4th down, and the punt team comes back out on the 3-and-out forced by this Pearland defense.
It's always so hard to go through all your progressions when you have somebody chasing you.
Oh, yeah.
And he had his mind made up as soon as he rolled out where he was going with that ball.
But he way overthrew that, and Simmons really elevated, tried to come down with that ball. He got up there, but still couldn't even get a finger on it.
4 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Third punt for Jose Villalta. Taken by Chedister. Chedister at the 24, flag is down. Chedister a couple of yards to the 26-yard line. Tackled downfield on special teams by Andre Timmons. 29-yard punt for Villalta, and we'll check the marker.
The position of holding, but I didn't notice anything.
No, it's blocking the back.
First down.
So Pearland will have to go a little bit further if they want to get back into the end zone on this, their 3rd possession of the first quarter. Scoring play earlier, 38-yard touchdown run by Jacoby Butler on the Oilers' first possession here at Veterans Memorial Stadium on this Week 10 Thursday night. It's gone by so fast this regular season. Handoff, and they begin with a run to the left side. Jacoby Butler angled out of bounds.
And that's a good defensive play call on the part of Dobie. They did a good job of just staying lateral on that play and not giving him any cutback room.
Darian Childs and Quentin Bowling double up on the force out of bounds in on the pursuit, and a loss of a yard. Of course, who could forget the historic playoff run 2 years ago? Pearland defeating Euless Trinity for the Class 5A Division I championship. We were there.
Good one.
Butler on the handoff gets about 3.
Dobie's defensive line did a great job on that play. They stayed low. Looks like they got some coaching on the sideline because before they were coming up really, really high and getting blocked, and Pearland was getting a hat on every single orange jersey. But they did a great job of penetrating that time.
3rd down and 8 for Pearland on their own 17. Got to get to about the 25, and Garner will throw. Fires. And that one in and out of the hands of the intended wide receiver.
Dobie has a little bit of confidence after that interception.
Carter Jefferson, the intended receiver. And Dobie forced the Oilers to punt it again, or punt it for the first time. Winstead out to punt it away. Oh, what a kick.
Wow.
Takes a bit of a Dobie bounce as Dwight Tucker does the right thing and lets it bounce. Doesn't try to make a play on it. Comes out on the 32-yard line.
Dobie's defense, they're doing their job. They've done a great job.
51-yard punt. And good field position for the Longhorns. They just haven't been able to get something going from an offensive standpoint just yet, with 3:25 remaining in the opening quarter and a 7-0 deficit for the Longhorns. Keeper for Wolf off the edge. He gets a first down and more. Tyler Wolf spins over midfield, gets some help from his offensive teammates, and they push the pile forward for progress stopped at the 46-yard line. A 19-yard run for Tyler Wolf.
I'm like you, Brent. Blow the whistle. I didn't want this kid to get hurt. He did a great job of faking that ball and then made a good move inside. Then makes another great move on the inside. Yeah, got some good blocking downfield from his receivers as well.
And then he just gets hammered. He got sandwiched.
1st and 10 in Pearland territory. Wolf hands it off. Devon Penamon. And that's the freshman. Saw his first game action last week, was a member of the JV squad before last week's Or actually, I should say, before he was called up 2 weeks ago in the win over Pasadena.
John Gibberman has come to hit tonight. This
Yeah,
is
he
the
has.
4th time he's just like,
You know what? He
stood
has a
somebody
motor.
right
Even
up.
on punt return, he's going
He's
crazy.
first guy down.
Yeah.
Gibberman was a fullback on that 2010 state championship team. Back on the ground, Brandon Terrell for a first down.
That's
to the Oiler 36, a 4-yard run.
That's the Mike Allstott reference that I got. I got a text message. He was like, "There's some dude that's like Mike Allstott," and I was like, "Oh, boom! Now I see. Used to be the fullback."
Another first down for Dobie.
If I remember correctly, he scored a touchdown in a crucial moment of that game.
Of course, I think everybody remembers the trick play.
Yeah. I just remember the look on everyone's face, like, what just happened?
First and 10. Longhorns take a look over to the sideline. They'll scrimmage from the Pearland 36. Wolf on the keeper. Trying to find a pitch man. Shakes a tackle from Gibberman and squirts down to the 32-yard line. When it looked hopeless, Wolf turns it into 4 yards.
He's really hyped. I mean, he's doing a great job of continuing to move his feet. That's one thing that coaches always tell you. If you have the ball, continue to move your feet. You never really get that from a quarterback. You want him to get down. He might be the only hope that they have, on the sideline. You never know.
Kid wants to make the playoffs.
That sheer determination. Out of the shotgun on second down. Penamon. Forward progress stop just short of the 30-yard line. Leading the way, Ronnie Fraser, sophomore defensive tackle. 3rd down and 5 upcoming here for the Longhorns with 1 minute to go in the first quarter.
This is one of their best offensive series that they've had. So hopefully they can continue this momentum. And they understand one thing I've seen that Pearland's been exposed to is the cutback lanes. They're making them open.
3rd and 5. Handoff. Terrell. Short of the first down by about a yard as Gibberman gets some help on the tackle from Justin Phillips.
Pearland's defense doing an outstanding job on 3rd down. They're
Yeah.
yet to let them convert. That's 0 of 4.
So what do they do here on 4th down? The offense is staying on the field.
You know what I do? Fake to the fullback. Quarterback keep around that edge.
Surprised you don't say give it to the fullback.
I'm being logical here.
They're going to wait until, they're going to call a timeout with 4 seconds to go in the first quarter. Dobie takes their first timeout. We'll be back with 4th down in just a moment. 7-0 Oilers.
Get the 20-piece McNuggets. What? That lovely girl that caught your eye? The 20-piece McNuggets are only $4.99 on the extra value menu. You offer to share them. A conversation begins.
That's pretty smart.
I've been around.
20-piece chicken McNuggets. Just $4.99. Only on McDonald's extra value menu. The simple joy of being extra smart.
Showroom Cuts wants to say hi to everyone watching tonight. Go by and see Trey, Warren, Quan, Leo, and Thomas at 2809 Miller Ranch Road, Suite 441 in Pearland. They will take care of you. That's Showroom Cuts. So 4th down and essentially a yard with 4 seconds to go in the first quarter. The Longhorns will operate out of the shotgun, needing the 26-yard line to continue this drive, their best drive of the first quarter thus far. Wolf barking out the assignments to his offensive line. Handoff Terrell. Terrell with 2nd and 3rd effort. Terrell gets a first down to the 25 as he breaks the initial tackle and works his way down for 2 yards and a Longhorn first down, as that brings us to the end of the first quarter of play, and a good way to end it for the Dobie Longhorns. But they trail 7-0 after 12 minutes to the Pearland Oilers. We'll return to start the second quarter after this on Fox Sports Southwest.
returns to Reliance Stadium as the Big 12 faces off against the Big 10 at the Meineke Car Care Bowl of Texas, Friday, December 28th. Bring your family and friends to experience the passion, pageantry, and football tradition that can only be seen in the Lone Star State. For more information, go online to MeinekeCarCareBowlOfTexas.com or call 832-667-2390. We'll see you in December for a football celebration as big as Texas.
Veterans Memorial Stadium in Pasadena, start of the second quarter. 7-0 Pearland. Dobie driving, though, just converted on a 4th down at the conclusion of the first, and a fumble on the exchange. After all of that, they start the second quarter, and they fumble the football. Recovery for Pearland, Deontay Givens.
Pearland, I think, just did a great job of getting in the backfield and disrupting that entire play. I mean, he just didn't get a clean handoff.
Pearland now at +9 in their turnover ratio. We'll see if they can cash in this turnover for points. They scored on their first offensive possession, then were picked off, and then were forced to punt on their third offensive possession back in the first quarter. Hyden Cole begins off the right shoulder of quarterback Jake Garner. Handoff Cole, hit in the backfield and dropped short of the 25-yard line. Malik Dorsey.
Big hit by Malik Dorsey.
He's lucky he didn't play on Sunday because that would have cost him about $10,000.
Robert Sanchez, I should say, made that hit. Number 46. Quickly second down for the Oilers. Cole came in averaging over 7 yards a rush this season, just a junior for the Oilers. Carried the ball 16 times for 57 yards and had a 7-yard touchdown against Manville last week as he takes this one off the edge and is stopped at the 30-yard line after a 5-yard run.
Dobie's done a great job of just calming down, relaxing, coming back to the sideline, regrouping, because Pearland, for them to come out their first series, ran 3 plays and scored, you've not seen flashes of that yet.
Third down and 7. Pull out to the top of your screen is Trey Smith. Adam Saunders, the receiver to the bottom of your screen. Gets the screen pass on the bubble screen, and he is stopped at the 29-yard line, right at the line of scrimmage. 3 Longhorns converge on the tackle. They were led by number 9, senior Dwight Tucker.
It's like they all knew.
Every one of them stayed in their lane.
Sanchez there as well.
That's why watching film is so important, and actually paying attention to what's on tape, because Pearland's done that before, and they did a good job of stopping that play.
Winstead will punt against the wind. Tucker back deep to receive. Low line drive kick. Tucker lets it bounce, and it takes an Oiler bounce inside the 20. Rolls down to the 16-yard line. 55 yards on the Winstead punt.
Winstead did a good job of just keeping that ball low. During, high winds like this, you don't ever want to get the ball too high. And he did a good job of just keeping it really low, and it took a great bounce for the Pearland Oilers.
And this is the worst starting field position for Dobie so far.
Pin back inside their own 20. Defense hold after the offense commit a turnover. And Wolf begins with a handoff. Adonis Thomas, minimal yardage to the 18-yard line. Justin Phillips in on the stop for the Oilers.
I mean, it's just going to be so hard to run in the middle of the field because they have so many people stacked up in the box. The only way that they're going to be able to run is if they're able to look back and see those cutback lanes. Because Pearland, at first, they started to over-pursue, but they did a great job that time of staying in their lane.
2nd and 7. Wolf will throw over the middle, well overthrown. His receiver had his step, Jarvis Lester on the cover man, Devontae Dotson, but Wolf couldn't find him.
And that's going to bring up the 5th third down so far the first half. It's going to be a 3rd and long situation, and like you said, you can see him get right past the corner here. He's got a step or two. Got to have a better pass than that.
Again, Tyler Wolf started this season as a Longhorn quarterback, was taken out for Darrell Edwards, who left the team to focus on basketball. Wolf supplanted back into the lineup. Wolf on delay. Throws nice. Complete for a first down. Jarvis Lester into the secondary, takes it out to the 44-yard line.
First 3rd down conversion on the 5th first down of the game, and great job buying himself some more time and finding the open receiver downfield.
That's one of the better plays I've seen. Great little delay, handoff fake, and everybody apparently didn't know what to do. They didn't know if he was going to hand off to the ball or what. They did a great job of faking out that defensive line, and especially those linebackers.
Catch and run of 25 yards and a Longhorn first down. Back on the ground, not much doing. Deontay Givens wraps up the ball carrier, Adonis Thomas. Right back at the line of scrimmage, they'll be generous.
Yeah, real generous, because I don't think he got back to the line of scrimmage. I thought he lost a yard there.
39 yards rushing here in the first half for the Longhorns. 58 yards passing on 2 of 4 in the air for Tyler Wolf. 2nd down and 10. Wolf will throw. Throws it deep. And incomplete. Flag is thrown. Pass intended for Chris Gugis. Emery Flanagan and Connor Chadister in on the coverage. And Gugis slow to get up. The entire Longhorn offense walking towards the spot of the foul, but they're going to have to walk back. Pass interference will only net them 15 extra yards.
15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Down.
That was a good call by the officials.
While we have a moment, let's throw up the District 21 5A standings to take a look at that situation. I mean, that makes a big impact here because the teams of District 21 5A will take on the 4 representatives out of this District 22 5A. You see the playoff situation. All 4 teams are decided. LaPorte, North Shore, Port Arthur Memorial, Deer Park. North Shore and Deer Park play tomorrow, while LaPorte plays Port Arthur Memorial in Port Arthur tomorrow night. LaPorte and Port Arthur Memorial would be the Division II schools, the big schools, North Shore and Deer Park. And we talked about at the top of our broadcast, Pearland's already in. Dobie needs to win tonight in order for them to get in. Or if they lose tonight, they would need some help from Pasadena Memorial or an Alvin victory of less than 4 points in that Saturday afternoon tilt. Manville, Pearland are already in. They've clinched.
Yeah. You know, it just makes it so hard because they know the pressure is on, you know, for them to get to the playoffs. And that's the main thing that you're trying to do. You know, that's the first goal that you want. You want to take it game by game, but then, of course, the goal for the beginning of the season is to make the playoffs. There's nothing like making the playoffs.
If the playoffs were to have started today, Dobie would get North Shore in the Division I bracket. Pearland would take on Deer Park. LaPorte would meet Pasadena Memorial. While we talked about it. We'll hit on it again.
Yeah.
What a first-round matchup it would be if Manville and Port Arthur Memorial were to lock up in the bi-district round next week.
It'd be awesome. Now, Dobie making the playoffs, that's a different story. I mean, you want to make the playoffs, but then you have to go up against a team like North Shore. Yeah, it makes it kind of tough.
After the penalty, first down and 10 for the Longhorns. They'll scrimmage from the Oiler 41. Wolf hands it off to Penamon. Looking for blocks, and Penamon will get back to the line of scrimmage. In on the pursuit, Ryan Griswold. And also in was Justin Phillips.
Now, if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm looking up here, and I'm seeing that Pearland's really over-pursuing. Like on that type of sweep, they're really over-pursued, so there's a lot of cutback lane, or there's a throwback available on that. So I would be looking at that towards halftime or something like that to go ahead and have everyone go this way and have a throwback play.
About second down and 11. Penamon loses a yard on that last carry, and we've got whistles and flags fly. believe the Longhorns started early. 7:37 remaining until halftime, a 7-0 Pearland lead.
Runner stand, full start, the offense. 5-yard penalty, replay second down.
Third time a false start has been called on this Longhorn offense here in the first half.
Yeah, the first two coming on the opening drive, and they looked like they had kind of worked out the kinks.
Coming up near the conclusion of our broadcast tonight, we will select the Raising Cane's players of the game. Raising Cane's the champion of chicken fingers. Second down and 16. Shotgun with split backs. Hand off, Penamon gains a yard. And on the tackle, outside linebacker, junior Jonathan Goff. 3rd and 15. Facing Dobie here from the Pearland 46.
Penamon just looked like he didn't have a hold of that ball. It looked like it was coming out as he was running. He just never.
There's been a couple of times I've seen him bobbling the ball as he's running. Somebody's going to get in there and strip the ball.
And it's tough. I mean, you have to trust somebody that came up from JV, a couple of weeks ago. It's a different ball game.
Wolf will throw. Airs it down the sideline, and it is just incomplete. Jarvis Lester was well covered by Emery Flanagan.
Lester knows he had that ball.
Yeah, Flanagan got his hand in there right as Lester was trying to haul it in. It was a great job by the defender.
And it was a great throw, I thought.
Wolf got hit as soon as he released as well.
Yeah, it was a good punch out. You're right. Flanagan all over it.
Kids are trying that now after seeing Tillman knock 4 of them out last week.
Killing people. I was like, it made me want to hold on to the ball more. I'm like, I don't even have the ball.
Did you see the sports science on it?
Yes, that was pretty cool. 1,000 pounds
of pressure.
Chidester back deep to receive with his wind to the back. Villalta will deliver this punt. It's a fake. And a great pass is complete over the middle to Kaylon Bailey. Then he lost the football. After all that, he loses the football, and Pearland recover the fumble after the fake punt is executed to just near perfection.
Yeah, I don't have enough space here in my stats for the description of said play. Trying to fight for extra yards. And
get down.
He's trying to shift the ball into his other arm.
It's like 20 got a helmet right on it as he shifted it to the other arm.
Sometimes you look at your season, and that's just the way the ball bounces. What can you do?
25 yards
Good
on
stiff
the fake
arm.
punt. And Pearland began with a run. Jacoby Butler to about the 29 for 7 yards.
Great play call. To go with the fake.
And it worked.
All you have to do is get down.
The pass was thrown by Joe Gonzalez. $47 yards on 4 carries and a touchdown for Jacoby Butler. We're halfway through the second quarter. A 7-0 Oiler lead. Garner on the keeper, gets bottled up in traffic. Ran right into the teeth of the Longhorn defense. And Garner got pushed back, leading the way Malik Dorsey. Robert Sanchez in on the help as well, bringing down the senior quarterback Jacob Garner for no gain.
Yeah, this Longhorn defense has really been stiff ever since that first series. They've done a great job of stopping the run and staying in their lanes and just really paying attention. Before they seemed like they were caught off guard.
And Dobie still yet to give up a first down on third down. This is the third attempt.
Pitch left to Hayden Cole. And Cole will be stopped very close to the first down marker by the spot coming in from the far linesman. He has it.
Looks like he got it, but he got it because they got away with a block in the back on the far side of the field.
So the Oilers convert on third down. Move the chains. They'll move now and scrimmage from their own 32-yard line.
It's the first down since their second possession.
Garner throws it deep. Coming back for it, and it's intercepted.
It's a free play.
Joe Gonzalez brings it back and runs it back into Pearland territory, but the Longhorns were offside as they jumped across as the snap went back to Garner. And these are issues that have plagued Dobie all season long. Fake a punt, fumble the football. Convert on a 4th down earlier, and fumble the football. Intercept a pass.
Yeah,
it was a free play to begin with.
The kid with the interception is also the guy that threw the pass on the fake punt. So 2 amazing plays just taken away from him.
Now pass interference was called. 15 yards as they'll accept the penalty, will Pearland.
Oh, yeah.
And I got pulled back. Andre Timmons commits the pass interference call, 15-yard penalty. And Jim Phillips not too happy or pleased with that call.
Uh-oh.
Pearland just inside their own half of the field, leading 7-0. Inside 5 minutes to go until halftime. Pass complete. Rasheed Davis makes one man miss. That was Dwight Tucker. Got pulled down from behind by Robert Sanchez for about a 10-yard reception. They'll give the Oilers another first down.
That's going to go on somebody's highlight reel.
In my head, I kept saying, break down, break down, break down. Never mind.
Watch
this.
Sick.
He broke down. He did a good job. That's tough. I mean, he broke down. He did what coaches tell him to do. But I think he looked at, I don't know. That's one of those things. What do you do?
Garner came in completing 57.63% of his passes. Threw for 104 yards last week, 9 of 16 versus Manville, and a 63-yard touchdown pass to Kevin Washington. He also threw an interception in the game. Here's a handoff, Butler. Butler into the open field where he is extremely dangerous. Out of bounds at the 19-yard line. 27 yards on the run for Jacoby Butler.
Pearland did a good job of blocking out there and setting that thing up. They set it up to where that great job by the receivers out there blocking.
Rasheed Davis with a great block on Darian Childs. Tucker comes back to make the tackle out of bounds. Inside the red zone, the Oilers looking to go up by 2 touchdowns. They haven't scored since their opening possession. Handoff on the delay. And Butler takes it down to the 15-yard line, picking up 4.
Butler did a good job of being patient, not doing too much, just continue to move the ball down the field.
Coming up on the Raising Cane's halftime show, we'll recap the first half with analysis and statistics, plus we'll have an in-depth look at the playoff picture in the greater Houston area for Class 5A. It's all coming up next on the Raising Cane's halftime show. 2nd down and 5. Garner fires complete. Trace Smith with the reception down to the 6-yard line. Tackled by Jonathan Jones and Joe Gonzalez. First down on a pass play of 6 yards.
And Smith had to leave his feet to catch that ball. If he just hits him in his numbers, he probably has enough time to make a move and maybe pick up some more yards, but still did a good job shaking the defenders.
First down and goal from the Dobie 7. Pistol formation. And a handoff to Butler. Breaks a tackle.
Stiff arm.
To the edge. He can't turn the corner as he is hit out of bounds by Dwight Tucker. To the 4-yard line, a gain of 3.
Outstanding stiff arm to start this play and free himself to pick up a few more yards because it looked like he was going down for a loss.
Wow. Right in that ear hole. It's so hard to defend a stiff arm.
Right in the face of Malik Dorsey, junior defensive tackle. We have 3:18 remaining until halftime. 2nd down and goal for Pearland. Play action. Garner throws. And he throws complete in a tight window. He finds his tight end, Jake Crane, who was tackled by Joe Gonzalez at the 2.
He hit as he released, then hit as the receiver caught the ball. It was just a bang-bang play.
Good job by Joe Gonzalez to be out there all alone and make that tackle out there on that island.
5th Oiler to catch a pass from Jacob Garner in this first half. 3rd down and goal. Garner keeps it himself. Touchdown, Oilers.
Touchdown, Oilers. Quarterback Jacob Garner carries for the score.
Garner's 8th rushing touchdown of the season, 13-0. The Oilers out in front.
Garner just able to walk in untouched. That's a good job of coming off the ball for the Pearland Oilers. Great series.
Winstead is good for his extra point. 2:47 remaining until halftime. 14-0 Pearland on top of Dobie here from Pasadena.
How about an ale? Bigger. No, bigger still. Ah. It's good to be king. This fall, experience king-size dining, shopping, merriment, and more at the Texas Renaissance Festival. Discount tickets are on sale now at Randall's, Walgreens, Wood Forest National Bank, and online at TexRenFest.com. The Texas Renaissance Festival. Choose your own adventure.
Shot at some of the Pearland faithful who have made the trip here to Pasadena. They see their Oilers with a 14-0 lead.
Calm, cool, and collected over there.
Wonder if they had any doubts up until about that 2-yard touchdown by Jacob Garner. We'll tell you more about it in just a second. First, Michael Winstead. We'll kick it off into the breeze. And it's just going to be a high pooch kick. Taken by Terrell and Brandon Terrell to the 36-yard line. 2:41 remaining in the second period. A 14-0 Pearland lead. Here's how they got back in the end zone.
2-yard touchdown run by Garner caps off a drive of 9 plays, 78 yards, 3 minutes and 43 seconds off the clock. Extra point attempt by Winstead is good. That score coming with 2:47 left in the second quarter. It's 14-0 Pearland on top of Dobie.
Longhorns, we'll see what they cook up here. Put a man in motion. Wolf runs the option. Keeper for the junior Tyler Wolf picks up 9 to the 45-yard line before being planted down on the turf by Marlon Walls.
Wolf really does a great job selling the handoff. Me, along with number 41, thought he had the ball.
Deontay Givens. Second down in a short yard. Handoff, Terrell. Terrell will be sealed up by Justin Billups, but right at the first down marker should be enough for a Dobie first down.
Goff making the tackle on the play.
We may need a measurement here, but we also have a Longhorn who is down. So we'll step aside. 1:50 to play until intermission. 14-0 Oilers.
Qualified personnel to staff your organization, it's a difficult assignment in today's job market. If this is a challenge for you, then call Metter Staffing Services. They've been assisting Houston area employers for over 43 years in locating all types of personnel, ranging from entry-level administrative candidates to CEOs, and virtually every other job category to meet your employment needs. Join the Metter Staffing conversation online on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Call 713-941-0616 today. Metter Staffing. They know the people you need to know.
Oh, is he?
First down and 10. As we close in on halftime here from Veterans Memorial Stadium in Pasadena, 14-0 in favor of the Pearland Oilers.
That's what they say.
Right.
Handoff straight ahead. Couple of yards for Adonis Thomas.
No child left behind.
Phillips making the tackle.
Just shy of midfield.
And Dobie's done a good job of recovering, getting things going, but it's the small things such as holding onto the football, false starts that have hindered them all night long.
Second down and a keeper for Wolf. Wolf with a first down.
Good block.
Into Oiler territory. Takes it down inside the 30 to the 29.
I hope we have that block out there.
Justin Phillips comes back from his linebacker spot to corral Tyler Wolf, but not after a huge run down to the 29.
Watch this block.
I can't see with your finger right there.
21 yards on the run.
Good job stretching
Now it
it.
is Terrell. Tries to turn the corner, but saying no, sir. Deontay Givens. Givens, a sophomore. Thrown into the starting lineup due to the injury to Brandon Bozzolina. Loss of 5 on the play.
And he had the blockers out there. The blockers just passed up the Oilers. You can't pass up the defense to go get another block.
Clock continuing to move. The Longhorns have 2 timeouts. 45 seconds to go, and they're not stopping the clock. Second down and 14. Wolf will throw on the slant. It is incomplete. Gugis, the intended target. Good coverage by Emery Flanagan.
Yeah, perfect timing there by Flanagan. So bring up the 7th third down. And Flanagan just gets here right on time to break that pass up.
Stops the clock with 37 seconds to go. Wolf is 2 of 6 for 58 yards. Last week he was 1 for 7 for 3 yards. Although they didn't really have to pass the football with how potent their rushing attack was against Sam Rayburn in the 49-17 win. Wolf on 3rd and 15. Throws on the run and incidental contact falling down. Jeremiah Pipkins. Pipkins was the receiver on that 3-yard pass last week. And now it is 4th down. But the wind to Dobie's back, you wonder if they bring out the kicking unit and try to tack on 3.
Nah, you have to go and score. That's a long field goal, man.
Oh, see what the range is for number 34, Chris Saldivar. Lexus Saldivar, I should say. Alexis Saldivar.
It's a 50-yard field goal. That is a pretty stiff win, though.
You know, the way things have fallen, I just go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
Need to get to the 19-yard line. Wolf throws over the middle, and that one a little tall through the hands of Pipkins. And a turnover on downs. And Tyler Wolf has seen plenty of laser passes he has thrown just sail over the intended receivers.
Well, it looked like there was some contact down the field, but they were just letting them play on this one.
Yeah.
They're bumping each other there.
Yeah, he definitely had that right hand in there.
Now we'll see what the offensive approach is for Pearland. 27 seconds remaining, 14-0.
Run with one little play in the middle, maybe. Let the clock run down.
Raising Cane's halftime show's coming up next. First half thoughts and analysis, plus an in-depth look at the playoff picture for the Houston area teams in Class 5A. And a knee taken by Jake Garner will bring us to the end of the first half.
Quarterback Jacob Garner takes a knee.
Not a single play needs to be run. We have come to the end of the first half of play from Veterans Memorial Stadium here in Pasadena. The halftime score, the Pearland Oilers 14 and the Dobie Longhorns nothing. Stay tuned on the other side of this break, the Raising Cane's halftime show. You're watching Thursday Night Football on FoxSportsSouthwest.com.
The social committee members for the Prancers are Vice President Jessica Birdsong and President Abby Christopher. The spirit leaders are Simone Furnow, Kylie Furr, Destiny Walker, and Victoria Wyatt. The Prancer of the Week is Brooke Carruthers. Tonight, the Prancers will entertain you with a streamer routine to Runaway Baby.
As we welcome you inside the Raising Cane's halftime show, you're getting an excellent look at the drill team of the Pearland Oilers and the marching band from Pearland High School as we talk about the playoff picture here in District 13-5A. Michael Silvers, Brent Moody, and Jarrell Branch with you. You see the teams in red, and we saw Klein Collins earlier this season, and we have seen Decaney, the defending champs, once this season. All four of those schools are in it. With Decaney, the defending state champions, they'll play the teams from District 14-5A. But let's touch on Decaney. We saw them we saw them early in District 13-5A this season defeat Klein Oak quite handedly. And are they back? Are they going to be the team to beat?
Yeah, that's one of those things. I mean, the best part I think about Decaney is that they've been there before. So you have that experience, and they know what it takes to get there. But also, they lost such a dynamic player last year. It's one of those things where you have to have some type of balance, and understand, okay, everybody needs to play their role because it's not the same like we had last year. We had Trey Williams, who was, just phenomenal and was able to kind of carry their offense. And now it's not like that. And I saw that they lost 2 games this year, but they're able to still make the playoffs. And that's the key. You're in the playoffs. You know how to get through the playoffs. So now it's about the little things.
Well, it wasn't just losing Trey Williams. They lost a lot of guys from that team, but they also had a bunch of guys that got to be there and experience it, and then they want to try to get back there. So they've done a good job regrouping and rebuilding, but they lost a lot of guys from last year's team.
Now, Decaney, they played and won the Region 2 championship game by defeating in-district rival Westfield. They're playing right now up at George Stadium with Westfield out on top, and, Westfield has looked extremely good. And one thing you know about a Corby Meekins coach team, they always have a chance when they get to the extra season, Brent.
Oh, yeah, they always have a chance, and there's just more than one guy in the backfield you got to worry about. They've always got at least 3 running backs that can come out there and run around you or run over you, and it's just showing that Corby Meekins has got them right back there where they've been in years past.
So that's a look at District 13-5A. As we turn the page and we look at the playoff picture from District 14-5A, you will see some of the Conroe schools and Lufkin. The 3 teams in red have clinched a spot. A&M Consolidated, the Woodlands, and Lufkin. Lufkin last week had only needed to play a quarter on a Saturday afternoon when they defeated Oak Ridge 24-0. The appropriate people called the game after a weather delay. After about an hour, they said, "No, it's not necessary to finish this game." Lufkin wins 24-0. So those 3 are in. Now the playoff situation is that Conroe gets in with a win or a College Park loss. College Park would get into the playoffs with a win, a Conroe loss, and a loss by Oak Ridge. Now, Oak Ridge will probably lose tomorrow because they get the Woodlands.
That's tough, yeah. And all those teams, it's crazy as all those teams at the bottom, 1 and 4 and everything like that. And it's just been a really tough year for everyone. But, Woodlands, we saw them, and they looked pretty good. They're always big. Woodlands they're always big. They always play really tough, and they always know how to bring it together, in the end.
Yeah, they seem to have rebounded from the loss to Katy at home when they had 63 points put up on them.
And if you take away the colors, in size, they always kind of look like a Katy team. They're just lacking that Katy speed.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, when we'll pause for now. We'll enjoy some of the Pearland Marching Band and their halftime show. We'll come back with a little bit more as we'll dive into Region 3 in the playoff pictures for the districts through 17 and 24 5A. So enjoy.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We gotta show it. Jim said it. Jim pays the check. That's what he wants.
We does?
Pays my check.
You don't pay mine. I ain't got paid since the start of the season.
Yeah. I guess, when you see comments,
The band is under the direction of Mr. Tom Bell, Mr. Bo Hunter, Miss Kristen Hoffman, Mr. Bobby Hoyt. The color guard is led by Mr. Christopher Smith. Technical staff includes Mr. Jamie Collar, Mr. Justice McKenzie, and Miss Megan Thomas. The principal of Pearland High School is Mr. Larry Berger, and the principal of Searcy 9th Grade Center is Miss Andrea Wimke. Dr. John Pillar is the superintendent for Pearland ISD, and the director of fine arts for the district is Mr. Ron Morrison. The Pearland High School Band Boosters would like to thank this year's band trailer sponsors for their generous support. The platinum sponsor is St. Luke's Community Emergency Center of Pearland. Gold sponsors are Vic Coppinger Family YMCA, with silver sponsors Corporate Wear USA, Challenge Office Products, and Coastal Eye Associates. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great evening, and go Oilers!
Thing is, Matt, it doesn't, I understand that what they tell you. You just gotta be like, hey, actually, we can't do that right now. So, okay. You want to just say that. I know, but no, there's not too many. Man up, say it.
Well, I can't watch the game. I'm having trouble getting this thing.
And now, welcome to the field, your award-winning Pearland Dobie Band and Laureates.
If you just go ahead and overwrite them,
well, sometimes that's what my fault is.
Let's see if you go ahead and overwrite. It's okay. Yeah. It's just all that does is ripple it.
Garcia is a square rose product. Escort Israel Magda is escorted by his parents Maria Magda and Richard Sarah. Is escorted by his parents Patricia and Diego Magda. And escort William Neverells is escorted by his mom Myra Neverells. 2-year senior Cannon Murray is escorted by her mother Shannon Jones Mead and grandmother Betty Caldwell. 2-year line member Vanessa Hugo is escorted by her mother Hugo and brother Anderson Hugo. 2-year line member Melissa Green is escorted by her parents Barbara and Anna. 2-year line member Oakland is escorted by her great aunt Bill and Bobby and Myra Clarkson. 2-year line member Melina Seha is escorted by her mother Melina Marquez. 2-year line member Wanda Nelson is escorted by her parents Diane and Jonathan Ramsey. 2-year line member Jennifer Sarah is escorted by her parents Michaela Silva and Saladonia de Leon. 3-year line member Noku is escorted by her mother and sister Jory Mason. Is escorted by her parents Elizabeth Moreno and Russell Hernandez. 3-year line number 2 Wynn is escorted by her sister and brother-in-law Lauren and Y. Wynn. 3-year line number Delilah Galindo is escorted by her parents Olga and Marty Galindo. 3-year line member Jasmine Johnson is escorted by her parents Irving and Roma Johnson. 3-year line member Cecilia Uribe is escorted by her parents Salvador, Vicky, and Ruben. 3-year Guzman is escorted by her parents Josue and Marta Guzman. Secretary, 3-year member Ashley Rodriguez is escorted by her parents Fred and Alicia Rodriguez. Designer and 3-year member Amanda Medrano is escorted by her mom Berta Hernandez and sister Alicia Medrano. President and 3-year member Princess Tavares is escorted by her parents Patricia and Oscar Tavares. Lieutenant and 3-year member Taylor Sias is escorted by her parents Wendell Sias and Lisa Anderson. Lieutenant and 3-year member Tiara Small is escorted by her parents Belinda and Terrence Small. Major and 3-year member Amanda Palacios is escorted by her parents Selena and Kevin Taylor. Lieutenant Colonel and 3-year member Lance Mara is escorted by her parents Wayne Brown. Colonel and 3-year member Samantha Green is escorted by her parents Gary Harley and Carolyn Lyon. Area directors would like to thank all of the seniors for their leadership. Standing group of young ladies I'd also like to take this time to thank Samantha Green. Ladies and gentlemen, 2012-2013 Laureates. Present the seniors of the 2012-2013 Jade Frank Dobie credit. Senior Annabelle Aguilar. He serves as uniform officer. Our sister Melissa Aguilar. Senior Mason David Profession. Currently serves as a drummer in Central Academy. He is escorted by his parents Steve and Talbot. Joel Arnold, is escorted by his parents Frank and Susan Arnold. Senior Jessica Arminta, currently serves as band librarian. She is escorted by her mother, Sonia Arminta. Senior Dimitri Bellini, French horn, currently serves as a section leader. He is escorted by his parents Lizette Mahler and Dan Polina. Jose Cabrera, clarinet and percussion, is escorted by his mother Lillian Cabrera and his grandmother Senior Fatima Castillon, clarinet, currently serves as band librarian. She is escorted by her parents Gilbert Castillon and Audi Ventura. Senior Isaac Cisneros, French horn, is escorted by his parents Walter and Walter Cisneros. Senior Christopher Cruz is escorted by his parents Walter and Arlene Cruz. Senior Damian Esperanza, percussion, is escorted by his parents Jerome and Agatha Esperanza. Senior Eric Flores, bass clarinet, was selected to the 2011 TMA All-State Honor Band. He is escorted by his parents Laura and Araceli Flores. Senior Zachary Flores, French horn, has held the office of band secretary. He is escorted by his grandparents Mallory and Salvador Flores and cousin Nick Silva. Senior Jennifer Galvan, flute, currently serves as band secretary and drill instructor. She is escorted by her brother, Yolanda Galvan. Senior Jason Yang, bass clarinet, Currently serves as woodland lieutenant, section leader, and drill instructor. He is escorted by his parents, Richard Young and Linda Wynn. Senior Dylan Guzman, bassoon, has held the offices of secretary and librarian, and currently serves as band president. He is escorted by his father, John Guzman, and grandfather, Robert Salinas. Senior Camille Harris, clarinet, has served as section leader and drill instructor. She is escorted by her parents, Ronald and Karen Harris. Senior Alexia Jackson, flute, has served for 2 years. She is escorted by her mother, Rhonda Caldwell, and brother, Alex Jackson. Senior Adrian Jimenez, trumpet, is escorted by his parents, Juan and Juan Jimenez. Senior Inez Lopez, baritone, is escorted by his parents, Louis and Becky Lopez. Senior Brian Oseguera, trumpet, has served as co-captain. He is escorted by his brother, Rafael Rivera. Senior Sean Peace, trumpet, has served as equipment manager. He is escorted by his mother, Ruth Fisher, and sister, Constance Peace. Senior Victoria Perla, Color Guard, currently serves as Color Guard leader, and previously served as Guard Leader. He is escorted by her parents, Rita Perla. Senior saxophone, he is escorted by his parents, Vivian Prescott and Eleanor Stowe. Senior Manuel Reyna, trumpet, currently serves as brass lieutenant and drill instructor. He is escorted by his parents, Monica Reyna. Senior Kevin Rodriguez, percussion, currently serves as percussion lieutenant and section leader. He is escorted by
And we welcome you back to the Raising Cane's halftime show high atop Pasadena's Veterans Memorial Stadium. Michael Silvers, Brent Moody, and Jarrell Branch, our halftime score. The Pearland Oilers 14, the Dobie Longhorns nothing. Dobie probably could be on the scoreboard, but they've stubbed their toes about 3 times in the first half.
Well, yeah, and they've been having a lot of penalties, a lot of false starts. The defense has really kind of kept them in this game, but the offense has really got to help the defense out and get some points on the board.
From a Pearland standpoint, if you're Tony Heath and the coaching staff, are you pleased with the effort you saw in the first 24 minutes?
Oh, they did okay. The first drive, of course, the first series was great. The first 3 plays, they scored, but then they stumbled along, it seemed like, throughout that first quarter and a lot of the second quarter, but then they started to get the offense going again, and they were able to get into the end zone. But you'd like to see a lot more, especially going against a team that's 5-4.
We talked about at the top of our program, Pearland trying to erase the memories of their loss last week at home to Manville, which cost them the District 22-5A championship. Their playoff fate is sealed. They're going to play next week. What's uncertain is whether or not Dobie will play in the playoffs. They need a win tonight. Right now they're losing 14-0. Brent, what do you think they need to do in the second half?
I think the option's been working very well for them, but also they've got to go to the air a little more. The Pearland Oilers are just stacking the box, and anytime you try to run right up the middle, there's a guy meeting them at the hole. They've got to keep the Pearland Oilers honest and spread the field a little.
And speaking about the passing game, Tyler Wolf has thrown some passes. He's completed passes for about 58 yards, but when he's missed pretty poorly.
Yeah, it's just one of those things they just need to be able to be on the same page, but his receivers are getting open.
And now from a Pearland standpoint, in the second 24 minutes, obviously continue to build towards the playoffs. Would you like to see them play a little bit better? What do they need to do to maybe play a little more consistent and still play at a high level getting ready for the postseason?
See, you just don't know what's going to happen out of the halftime, if they're going to put the starters back out there, if they don't want to risk injury and keep everybody healthy for the playoffs. But if they send everybody out there, they've got to be more fine-tuned getting ready, geared up for the playoffs.
Anything to add?
No, Brent hit it right on the head. You just want to be fine-tuned. You want to have the same chemistry, and you want to be able just to execute.
That does it for the Raising Cane's halftime show. Right around the corner, the start of the third quarter. The Pearland Oilers on top of the Dobie Longhorns 14-0. Back with the second half kick after this.
Qualified personnel to staff your organization, it's a difficult assignment in today's job market. If this is a challenge for you, then call Metter Staffing Services. They've been assisting Houston area employers for over 43 years and locating all types of personnel, ranging from entry-level administrative candidates to CEOs, and virtually every other job category to meet your employment needs. Join the Metter Staffing conversation online on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Call 713-941-0616 today. Metter Staffing. They know the people you need to know.
Banking, but better. Shell Federal Credit Union. Perfect credit not required. Shell Federal Credit Union. No matter where you work or live in Harris County, you're welcome here with full service banking. More for you at Shell FCU. Banking, but better. Shell Federal Credit Union.
Tonight, Thursday Night Football on FoxSportsSouthwest.com is brought to you by You Store More in Pearland. Storage where you can store more for less. Rain or shine, they have got you covered. That's You Store More in Pearland. And the Pearland Oilers carry a 14-0 lead out of the locker room, back on the field. Both teams ready for the start of the second half. Let's run down the first half numbers. First, for Pearland, 106 rushing yards, 64 yards in the air for Jake Garner, 170 yards of total offense for the Oilers in the first half. They racked up 7 first downs. They were 1 for 3 on third downs, penalized twice for 25 yards, 1 turnover. The interception thrown by Garner picked off by Dwight Tucker. The time of possession for the Oilers in the first half, 8 minutes, 38 seconds. For the Dobie Longhorns, 68 yards on the ground, 58 yards in the air, although Tyler Wolf has misfired on his last 4 passes to conclude the first half. 126 yards of total offense in the first 24 minutes for the Longhorns, who picked up 7 first downs, were 1 for 7 on third downs, converted fourth downs twice. 1 resulted in a fumble. They've had 2 fumbles in the first half, 4 penalties, 30 yards, time of possession 15 minutes, 22 seconds. The Oilers with a 14-point edge will get the ball first to start the second half, and they'll be able to set the tone early, or have the opportunity to set the tone early here at Veterans Memorial Stadium as we wrap up the regular season beginning tonight on this Week 10 Thursday. Other game going on at the moment. We had a chance to watch it on television in the press box. The Westfield Mustangs had a 21-14 lead over the Decaney Wildcats in a matchup out of District 13 5A up in Spring. This one not nearly over. Alexis Saldivar stands 3 yards back from the 40 as we are ready for the start of the second half. Kick gets held up in the breeze and is taking one up, man. Kevin Washington.
Good tackle.
Tries to go lateral and is tackled down on special teams. Kennedy Igbakwe on the tackle. And the Oilers will start on their own 31-yard line. Well, we'll see what they engineer here, what they decide to start with.
You know, and Dobie's just really a play away from getting back into this game. They've had some good defensive plays, but they keep stepping on each other's toes, you know.
Shooting themselves in the foot. You're right. 2 turnovers. Fake punt was converted. Here's Garner on a keeper straight ahead on the zone read. About a 3-yard pickup to the 33-yard line.
Dobie did a good job of just staying home on that play. They didn't get fooled by that.
Garner finished the first half on 4 completed passes, 6 of 7 for 67 yards. Jacob Garner.
Kalen Johnson come into the game at quarterback now.
Kalen Johnson, talking with Tony Heath before the game, has seen significant time, not just mop-up time. Junior's 36 of 70 for 369 yards, 3 touchdowns, completing over 51% of his passes. He throws on a screen pass that goes absolutely nowhere. Well scouted by the Dobie defense. Pass hauled in by Trace Smith, and a loss of 2.
I'm wondering what, their coach said, Dobie's coach said, as they went into the locker room about, how they're still in this game. They're playing a really good, solid Pearland team, and you only go in the locker room 14-0. I mean, you're only down 14 points. You can get back into this game.
3rd down and 8. Johnson still as the quarterback. Trips package to the bottom of your screen. Bubble screen is complete. 1 tackle missed. It is Andrew Mapps First catch of the day, and he takes it out to the 38-yard line, but well short of the yardage necessary for a first down. A 5-yard catch and run, but it brings up fourth.
And Dobie should be really, really happy about that series. They're coming out of halftime, being able to regroup and stop them on a 3-and-out.
Dwight Tucker had a 78-yard punt return for a touchdown last week in a 49-17 victory over Sam Rayburn. Wilstead out to execute punt number 3, and they fake it, and the pass is complete to the 40-yard line. It is hauled in by defensive end Deontay Givens. Down to the 39-yard line.
I was kind of surprised. They had twins down here at the bottom, and they only had one guy out there.
That was Giverman on the toss.
And I'm surprised the coaches didn't see that on the sideline.
23 yards on the fake punt.
That's the 8th first down of the game so far for Pearland.
And the drive continues. Kalen Johnson on the zone read. He hands it off to Butler, escapes a tackle, and then they'll call his forward progress down, or maybe that his knee touched. The 40-yard line, Tony Heath comes out on the far side of the field to give his input on where he thought the ball should be spotted. Right back to the line of scrimmage.
Didn't look like his knee went down, and it seemed they really blew his forward progress down early.
Yeah, it really seemed like an inadvertent whistle.
3 receivers in the lineup. Bottom of your screen is Robert Lachuza. Handoff, Butler turns the corner with a first down. Out of bounds inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. 16 yards, but a flag has been thrown.
Looks like he was pushed while he was already out of bounds. They're probably going to add 15 more yards to that.
Marker down at the 36-yard line as you do see the little extra oomph on the push by Darian Childs. Our referee is Kevin Upham.
It's going to be against Pearland.
Our head official will let us know. First flag of the second half.
Hold it. Offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay second down.
Drop back to the 46-yard line. First down and about 18 more flags.
Dobie's just really been undisciplined in this. I don't know if Pearland moved in, but they've been jumping a lot on that defensive line.
Some big important games in District 21 5A, which will affect the playoff landscape in the first round when 21 plays 22 5A. North Shore takes on Deer Park.
Offside on the defense. 5-yard penalty. Replay second down.
While Port Arthur Memorial will play LaPorte, who defeated North Shore at Bulldog Stadium last week. The District 21 5A title at stake tomorrow in Port Arthur. So Dobie gives 5 of those 10 yards back. Johnson will throw over the middle. He finds a wide open Smith. Smith to the 10-yard line, down to the 6. 35 yards.
He just found that soft part of that zone back there. He just sat there waiting for the ball.
When he stayed in the pocket for a long time, it looked like the pocket was about to break down on him, and he had numerous lanes to run through. It stayed in there and waited until he could find an open receiver.
I think that's what he was trying to decide, whether he should run or throw the ball.
First and goal from the 7-yard line, deep in Longhorn territory. Johnson still as the quarterback, under center. On the stretch play, Butler is tackled in the backfield by Dwight Tucker. Tucker cheating in on a safety blitz, a tackle, and a loss back to the 12. That knocks Pearland back 5 yards. Well, Dobie certainly isn't making it easy on Pearland.
No. Dwight Tucker did a great job of just coming up and really attacking him.
I think a lot of people coming into this game might have thought that the game would be over by halftime.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Second down and goal. Johnson on a rollout. Throws. Incomplete. Intended for Smith in the end zone. Coverage on the play by Jesse Cedeno, junior cornerback. First time we've called his name tonight. Johnson's first incomplete pass. Third and goal upcoming.
Well, you mentioned Dobie not making it easy for Pearland, but they're really not making it easy on themselves. 4:20 ran off the clock on this possession. They're just limiting their offensive possessions, allowing Pearland to take this long to get down the field.
This drive had a fake punt converted for a first down. Big pass play from Johnson to Smith to get to a first and goal to go situation. Now Johnson on third down and goal. Throws. End zone. Caught. Touchdown. Flags are down as Rasheed Davis hauls in the touchdown pass.
Rasheed Davis with the grab. There's a flag down at the 4-yard line.
As it stands, it's the second touchdown of the season for
Looks
Rasheed
like it's
Davis.
Pearland.
It's that penalty decline. Touchdown.
Kalen Johnson comes in after Jacob Garner runs the first play from scrimmage in the second half.
Did a great job of stepping up in the pocket and delivering that ball, but also a great catch in the end zone. I know we didn't catch it right there, but he looked like he was going back on his heels as he caught that ball, and he was able to get 2 feet in bounds.
11-yard touchdown pass. Winstead blasts the extra point through. 7:33 remaining in the third quarter. Pearland out in front, 21-0.
Hi, welcome to Raising Cane's. You know Cane's is all about one love. It's chicken fingers that are always fresh, never ever frozen. A friendly crew, a fun atmosphere, and a perfect chicken finger meal every time. That is one love. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers.
Finding qualified personnel to staff your organization, it's a difficult assignment in today's job market. If this is a challenge for you, then call Metter Staffing Services. They've been assisting Houston area employers for over 43 years in locating all types of personnel, ranging from entry-level administrative candidates to CEOs, and virtually every other job category to meet your employment needs. Join the Metter Staffing conversation online on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Call 713-941-0616 today. Metter Staffing. They know the people you need to know.
Showroom Cuts wants to say hi to everyone watching. Go by and see Trey, Warren, Quan, Leo, and Thomas at 2809 Miller Ranch Road, Suite 441 in Pearland, and they will take care of you. That's Showroom Cuts. 21-0 Pearland. Winstead will kick it off for the Oilers. Tucker takes a knee. Dobie will begin their first possession of the third quarter on their own 25. Here's your latest drive summary.
11-yard touchdown pass from Johnson to Davis caps off a drive of 12 plays, 69 yards. 4 minutes and 27 seconds off the clock. The extra point attempt by Winstead was good. That score coming with 7:33 left in the third quarter. It's 21-0 Pearland on top of Dobie.
Dobie trailing by 21 points. Begin with a handoff.
They've run the same play on first down all the time. The same exact play. Like, I don't know why they wouldn't change it up and at least go downfield or something. You're down 21-0.
Jaylon Johnson, first carry, picks up 2 yards. Johnson just 5 carries for the junior coming in, 21 yards this season. Second down and 8. Johnson in motion. That didn't look good from the start. Handoff Right back to the line of scrimmage goes Brandon Terrell.
It all starts with that snap.
Snap back was about 2 feet too high.
Quickly third down. And a long 8 for the Longhorns.
8 third down. They only converted on 1 in the first half.
Wolf will throw under pressure, scrambles to his right, throws, and throws it into the ground. Pass was intended for Chris Gugis, and a quick 3 and out for this Dobie offense. Not the way to respond after the defense and special teams allow a fake punt, and then the touchdown pass from Johnson to Davis.
We did a great job there to avoid the pressure. Just couldn't find anybody to go to downfield.
It seemed like the play calling had no urgency in that series whatsoever. I mean, they're just going to continue to run in the middle of the field. You're down 21-0. Your kids can play and they can throw the ball, and they've done a great job with the option.
Malata to punt it away.
Somebody thinks.
And that one stays in Dobie's half of the field, a 22-yard punt as it's down at the 49-yard line.
Kind of looked like that hit John Gibberman.
Right.
We'll see if Jacob Garner or if it's Kalen Johnson who will come out to operate this offensive series for Pearland. Garner started the second half, ran his own read, took it himself, and then never returned as Johnson stepped in.
Looked like he caught a helmet off the shin and was kind of hobbling to the sideline.
It'll be Johnson. And he'll have Hyde and Cole in the backfield alongside. Saunders split out to the bottom of your screen. First down and 10 for the Oilers. They lead by 3 touchdowns, and they begin in Longhorn territory. Keeper for Johnson, and he is tackled by Darian Childs. 3-yard run for Johnson as he takes it down to the 46.
You know, it's a great feeling, you know, for Pearland to be able to have 2 quarterbacks that you can just throw into the game and still score points.
Johnson, just a junior. This will be his offense next season. Jacob Garner played as a sophomore, played linebacker on the state championship team back in 2010. Converted to quarterback last season when Pearland reached the Region 3 championship game, but fell to Hightower 35-14. Timeout called by Tony Heath on the sideline. 5:28 remaining in the third quarter. All Pearland 21-0.
If safety is your goal, Fabinco is your gate. Fabinco, the world's leading manufacturer of self-closing safety gates.
Busy in here.
Yeah. Progressive Mobile is really catching on. People can do it all. Get a close, buy, and manage their policies. It's great.
Well, what's with the music? Dude, getting a car insurance quote, I'll let it go to voicemail. Staying on vibrate.
Middle pass.
Our giant store on your little phone. That's Progressive Mobile.
Kalen Johnson extends the play, and he finds his receiver coming on the near side, Andrew Maps, who takes it down to the 30-yard line. Another look, a 17-yard pass play.
Johnson does a great job back there of just buying time. I mean, he's not even looking to run at all. I mean, he had plenty of field in front of him, but just dumped the ball off, and the receivers just did a good job of catching and juking and getting upfield.
5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Johnson underneath on the screen. Not much doing after the catch as Carter Jefferson also lost the football. Dobie have recovered. Classic case of trying to do too much.
Yeah, there was so much traffic when he caught the ball. As he goes, and that's one thing on a play like this, you don't ever want to go back towards the middle of the field. That's where all the action is. That's where all the players are. You know, you want to be able to keep that thing and string it out towards the sideline to try and avoid somebody maybe punching it out.
Each team have turned the ball over twice, so they came in with a plus on their turnover ratio. Pearland came in a +8, Dobie a +6. And they're each back to where they started. Handoff, Jalon Johnson.
Wow.
Got pushed back, but then rumbles forward. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36-yard line, a 4-yard run for Johnson.
Yeah, it was an excellent run. Looked like he was going to lose about 2 off that initial contact, and just kept his legs moving and was able to pick up 4.
Haven't seen Devon Penamon since the first half. Adonis Thomas hasn't returned. Penamon is on the sideline, hands on his hips, ready to go when his number is called. Second down and 6. Handoff goes once again to Johnson for another yard to the 37. Another third down for Dobie as they try to cash in on the Pearland giveaway.
So they take Wolf out the game. I thought Wolf was doing a good job running the option. And they go with Caballero.
Kevin Caballero as the quarterback now for the Dobie Longhorns. Screen pass, and that one deflected by Deontay Gibbons. Caballero looking to locate on the swing pass Adonis Thomas. And the punt team will return on the field.
That is now called J.J. Watt.
Yeah, I was going to say. I don't even know what that is. What is batted? What is a batted? What did you say? What did you even say?
Batted down.
Batted down? What is that? What is that? Deflected? What is that?
Villalta for punt number 5.
You know, passes defensed was a stat started for defensive backs, and he leads the league.
Isn't that crazy? He's a beast, man.
Timeout.
There's this video on YouTube of J.J. Watt while we're talking about J.J. Watt. He jumped, like, you know those boxes, you box jump or whatever? He jumped 55 inches from the dead stop, 55 inches on top of the box.
That is not right.
He's 300 pounds.
Lone Star College opens doors for nearly 50,000 students. And we're ready to open doors for you too. Register now, on campus or online.
Here's a crazy idea. What if your bank actually paid you for using your debit card? Let's say 10 cents for every $10 or more debit card purchase. How amazing would that be? We call it Cashback Counts Checking from Community Bank. A free debit card that pays you to use it. Even he's smiling at that. Swipe all you can from your bank. Community Bank of Texas. Bank where you live.
Michael Silvers, Brent Moody, Darrell Branch, and our entire crew. Veterans Memorial Stadium, punt number 5 for Jose Villalta. Rasheed Davis has a touchdown here early in the third quarter, takes it out to the 44-yard line.
I think on every punt, John Gibberman has gotten down there and blindsided somebody.
He's trying to murder people on the punt return every single time. Like, okay,
he doesn't even see it coming, and then he's flat.
I got you. He didn't even take him out like he could have.
28-yard punt for Villalta. And a Longhorn is down. We'll step aside. 3:30 remaining here in the third.
College football returns to Reliance Stadium as the Big 12 faces off against the Big 10 at the Meineke Car Care Bowl of Texas, Friday, December 28th. Bring your family and friends to experience the passion, pageantry, and football tradition that can only be seen in the Lone Star State. For more information, go online to MeinekeCarCareBowlOfTexas.com or call 832-667-2390. We'll see you in December for a football celebration as big as Texas.
Back at Veterans Memorial Stadium, let's take a look at the playoff situation for 17-5A. Langham Creek, Cy Falls, Cy Ranch have all clinched a spot in the postseason that begins next week. The fourth and final spot will be determined by the winner of the Cy Creek Cy Fair game that comes your way this weekend. That's your situation.
Langham Creek.
We had a chance to see them about a month ago in a game against Cy Creek at the Berry Center.
They played well.
That's the situation in 17-5A. Only one spot remaining.
They're just going to let my man just walk off on his own like that? They're going to
right.
help him?
I thought the whole point of the training staff was
He's just going to watch him. You walk it off.
First down and 10. Pearland after the punt return from Rasheed Davis. Kalen Johnson. And the offense start on their own 45. A pump fake. Johnson up the seam. And a great pass defense by Joe Gonzalez as he slaps it in midair. Pass was intended for Adam Saunders.
This Joe Gonzalez kid is going to be something to watch.
Yeah.
Just a sophomore. He's made huge plays in this game and just an outstanding defensive back.
Did a great job of coming across the field and getting in front of that thing, because otherwise, if there's a little bit more air into that ball, good throw, though, down the field.
Johnson fires complete. Smith, first down, escorted out of bounds by Jesse Cedeno after a 12-yard pass play.
Good tackle by Jesse Cedeno, but if you watch him and watch this play, the first thing that he does as soon as the ball is caught is he backs up. So therefore, he gives up the first down already. As soon as he catches the ball, watch him back up. See his feet? He backs straight up. But he has a good tackle, great form, gets him out of bounds.
First and 10 from the Longhorn 43. Another pass, far side of the field, corralled by Trace Smith. Down to the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the reception.
Now Pearland's just kind of picking Dobie apart. Dobie's going to have to look, for a big play to try to get the ball back and get it back into the hands of the offense.
Second down and 2 for Kalen Johnson and the Pearland Oiler offense. Zach Bogler checks in off the left shoulder of the junior quarterback. Jacoby Butler splits out his receiver to the bottom of your screen. Motion man is Kevin Washington, who gets it on the jet sweep and is tackled by Darian Childs at the line of scrimmage.
On that sweep play, you got to get the ball put out to the outside arm quicker than that. He's lucky he didn't get that one stripped. As soon as he came around the edge, there was Longhorns there.
Third down and 2.
Pearland just wearing down the clock.
I formation in the backfield. Johnson under center. Handoff to Hayden Cole, left side for first down yardage. And some additional yardage to the 21-yard line, scampering down the left sideline for 11 yards.
I've seen people get flagged for way less than that.
Yeah.
An outstanding run. He got outside the edge, read his block very well, and
I think he didn't like that stiff arm too much. Oh, he grabbed his face mask. That's why. The running back grabbed his face mask at the end of that play. Good no call.
First and 10. Johnson throws too high. Almost taken back the other way by Jesse Cedeno. Johnson trying to locate Trace Smith again, who has apparently become his favorite receiver here in the third quarter.
Cedeno's been in the right place at the right time. That ball just kind of got away from him, went right between his hands.
Yeah, he does a good job reading the pass plays. He's just about a half a foot too short to come away with some of those balls.
Second down and 10. Oilers will scrimmage from the Longhorn 21. Handoff, Butler.
Nice.
Breaks a tackle, Butler. Down to the 10-yard line, stays inside the 10 as he stays on his feet. Stopped at the 8-yard line. 13 yards on the pickup and another Oiler first down.
Cedeno came out with that ball. Good job of being patient, then he cuts it right up the field. Getting strong yards, continues to move his feet. And then Cedeno takes the ball and rips it, but the whistle had already blown.
Inside the final 90 seconds of the third quarter. The Oilers knocking on the door again. They already lead 21-0. Handoff, Cole. Hayden Cole down to the 2-yard line. Hit by Carlos Rodriguez on the play.
Pearland doing a good job of just methodically moving the ball down the field, taking a lot of time off the clock. Not giving Dobie a chance to get back on the field and continue to try and stack points on the board.
Yeah, they've had the ball the majority of this third quarter. 4 minutes, 27 seconds on their opening possession. Just over 2 minutes on this one.
Design keeper for Johnson, and he is stuffed in the backfield. Leading the way, Jonathan Jones. Had some help from Malcolm Jones. A couple of juniors corralling another junior.
The Joneses.
That's the first time we've seen Johnson, even a design run for Johnson, and you got to kind of think like he doesn't want to be stereotyped as one of those scrambling quarterbacks.
That's why he stayed in the pocket.
He stays in the pocket.
I think he doesn't want to get hit.
The Oilers don't have to run another play here in the third quarter. They can let the clock run out, turn it over to the fourth. Johnson under his center. Pitch right to Hayden Cole. And Cole will walk into the end zone for another Pearland touchdown.
Hayden Cole carries for the score.
Guess they figured they'd like to get the extra point kicking with the wind.
Right. Good job by Hayden Cole just to go ahead and follow his blocks, and then he sees that cutback lane and easy breezy touchdown.
8 yards for Hayden Cole. 11th touchdown of the season. 43 yards on 7 rushes tonight. Winstead out for extra point try number 4. $28-0 the score as Pearland lead Dobie. Now let's take a look at the 18-5A playoff picture. And you'll see that the teams, Elsick, Alief Taylor, and Nimitz have all qualified for the postseason. Simply put, it comes down tomorrow to the matchup between Aldine and Eisenhower. The winner is in.
You know, it's amazing looking at this. You have Elsick at the top of the standings and Hastings at the bottom of the standings, and they're separated by a parking lot. You know what I mean? Like, that's the craziest thing to me, and I just don't, I never understood it. I don't get it. But it's got to be tough. Hastings used to be so strong, and it used to always be so big, but Elsick has always been strong.
And Alief Taylor has 11 D1 recruits. You'd think with just seeing that on paper, you've got to be at the top of
Yeah, you've got to be top of the
And it's
list.
good to see Nimitz back in the playoff hunt. And,
most definitely.
And now obviously clinching a spot in the postseason. They've been
on the bottom
victims
for a
of
while.
Drought for a while, exactly. Pearland will kick the ball up. Ball off, leading by 28. Likely to be a touchback. It's been that way all night for Michael Winstead. This one's going to be taken out. Short of the 20-yard line to Dwight Tucker.
Sophomore Joe Rodriguez came back there and told him to stay in. Excuse me, Joe Gonzalez.
That brings us to the end of the third. 28-0 Pearland, back with the fourth after this.
If safety is your goal, Fabinco is your gate. Fabinco, the world's leading manufacturer of self-closing safety gates.
Star of the fourth and final frame, and a look at the playoff picture for District 19 5A. Usual suspects, Katy, Memorial, and Cinco Ranch. It all comes down to that final game on Saturday at 11 a.m. Morton Ranch and Seven Lakes, the winner will go into the postseason. The loser will stay home. That's the 19 5A scenario entering this final week of the regular season here for 2012. It's 28-0 Pearland leading Dobie as we start the fourth and final quarter from Veterans Memorial Stadium here in Pasadena. First down and 10. The Longhorns will begin from their own 18. Snap and a handoff squirting through. And Jalon Johnson over the 25 takes it to the 26 for an 8-yard run.
I'm really surprised Pearland wasn't ready for that because it's the same play every time on first down, but they actually got some yards on that one.
Different personnel in the backfield.
Kevin Caballero, junior quarterback, in for Tyler Wolf. Now it is Terrell. Terrell right back to the line of scrimmage. Went to the well once again, trying the zone read up the middle.
He just missed his hole right there. It was a great job up front of blocking. If you watch it, there's a hole right there to his left. Right there's a huge hole, but I guess he saw those two linebackers waiting for him.
John Giberman leading the way defensively for the Oilers. Third down and 2. Getting the play call from their offensive coordinator, Damian Judge, who began calling the plays down on the field for the first time this season. Previous 2 seasons here at Dobie, he was calling plays from the booth. Third down and 2. Motion man is Terrell. Handoff, and Adonis Thomas will eat the ball for a 1-yard loss. Take it back. That was Jalon Johnson. Joshua Sabeda.
Except for the huge gain on first down, just nothing but going backwards.
I mean, they didn't even attempt to try to pass the ball or get the ball downfield.
5 straight third downs have gone unconverted.
Well, they're only 1 of 10 on the night.
And Villalta for punt number 6.
He was like, there's nobody in front of me. Throw the ball to me. Yeah, too many men on the field.
And flags will fly. This is your 10th game of the season, and getting flags on special teams for illegal substitution. It's got to drive a coach nuts. Line of scrimmage now set at the 21-yard line.
I'm really surprised Dobie stopped trying to go downfield and throw the ball because the receivers were getting past the defensive backs.
Punt is blocked by Giberman. Rolls out of bounds at the 10-yard line, so a very short field for the Oilers to work with. The game isn't put away now. It'll be if they can get back in the end zone.
Good job just to lay out for that ball. And
Giberman's made just as many plays on special teams as he's made defensively.
I mean, he is hype about special teams. That's his thing. And then he was going to probably, if he didn't get the block, he was going to run downfield and try to blindside someone.
9:49 remaining here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. Pistol formation for Kalen Johnson behind him, hiding Cole. Cole rumbles down to the 2-yard line for an 8-yard scamper.
Cole always has good balance. It always seems like he's going to go down on the first or 2 hits or so, but then he's able to keep his balance. I mean, he looks like a wobbly mess sometimes, but he's so strong and he has great balance. He's able to continue to move forward.
He's like a weeble wobble.
Back to Cole on the ground, untouched to the end zone for his 2nd touchdown tonight.
Well, he kind of runs like Arian Foster, just straight up.
Right,
patient.
yeah, exactly. Very patient. Just a good job of seeing the hole and hitting it, and it's over.
2 touchdowns and 2 possessions.
He
will get
goes
you
and
player
high
of the
fives
game.
everybody against the fence.
It's 2 plays, 10 yards.
Capitalizing on the block punt. Extra point is drilled. 9:16 left to play here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. Pearland, who led by 14 at the break, now lead 35-0. Thursday Night Football on FoxSportsSouthwest.com is brought to you in part by You Store More in Pearland. Storage where you can store more for less. Rain or shine, they've got you covered. You Store More in Pearland. Got a couple of drive summaries for you. Credit Hyde and Cole with both touchdowns.
8-yard touchdown run by Cole caps off a drive of 10 plays, 55 yards, 2 minutes and 26 seconds off the clock. Extra point attempt by Winstead was good. That score coming with 4 seconds left in the third quarter. That was 28-0 Pearland on top of Dobie. Then 2-yard touchdown run by Cole capped off a drive of 2 plays, 10 yards, 34 seconds. Extra point attempt by Winstead was good. That score coming with 9:16 left in the fourth. It's 35-0 Pearland on top of Dobie.
So Dobie's going to need some help. We said they were an extreme dark horse at the top of our broadcast. High pooch kick that will go out of bounds. Nope, actually it was picked up by Brandon Terrell. Stayed in bounds. He stopped at the 25. So Dobie, we said coming in, a win and they're in. A loss, they would have to get some help from Pasadena Memorial, or if Alvin does beat the Mavericks, they would have to beat them by less than 4 in order for Dobie to qualify for the playoffs next week. That's the scenario. That's going to be the situation on Saturday afternoon when Pasadena Memorial and Alvin meet here at this stadium for a 1 p.m. kickoff.
You know, it's always tough to rely on other people, you know, to get you into the playoffs or to get you into another situation. And they really had this game, you know, not in their hands, but they were playing a great game early on, and it's just falling apart from there.
Tyler Wolf back in at quarterback, and he is sandwiched back at the 16-yard line. Deontay Givens and Joey Longoria double up on the sack of the junior quarterback, Tyler Wolf. So their first play on this series
is a pass. Yeah, and
but it didn't go for much. Loss of 8.
It just amazes me that they wait till they're down 35 to go ahead and say, let's start throwing the ball again. Little wraparound draw.
And this is Penamon. The adjustments were certainly made by the Pearland defense. In on the stop, DeSoto White. Just back to the line of scrimmage for Penamon. Counting down to 8 minutes remaining. Here in Pasadena, all Pearland at 35-0. They had a 14-0 lead at halftime. Penniman on the stretch play, turns the corner with a full head of steam. Is stopped at the 28-yard line. Gains about 11 yards. It is well short of a first down.
It's like they have nothing else left in their bag, you know. 3rd and long, and you run a stretch play.
And just a very young team, a lot of injuries to their starters, and it just seems like even the guys that are in there now, you see guys hobble under the sideline at the end of each drive, like teams just beaten up.
Chidista returns to the field to return this punt. A high snap, Villalta, and he can't corral it or kick it out of bounds or pick it up to punt it away, and it's starting to get pretty funny. But not in the most positive way for the Dobie Longhorns.
It's just been that kind of night for them. It's the ball literally hasn't bounced their way.
And it's peculiar only in the sense that they played pretty well in the first half. And something just has happened here in the second half, and they just haven't played the way they've played in the first half.
In actuality, they came out of halftime. The defense played well, and they got beat on that fake punt, and that was it.
That might have been the turning point. You're
that
right.
was it.
New quarterback in the game for Pearland, number 7, Connor Heath, the coach's boy. Hands it off to a new back, Cameron Brown. Let's pop up the District 25A playoff picture. And you'll see who is qualified for the postseason. Lamar, Westbury, and Westside are all in. Bel Air will get in with a win or a Madison loss. Madison gets in with a win and a Bel Air loss. Connor Heath throws, and it's caught for a touchdown by Adam Saunders. 9 yards out, and the Pearland Oilers have broken 40 points here in Pasadena.
This game has just really turned really on its head. It's amazing. You go from 14-0, and they just lost all sense of the game, it seems like.
Another extra point. Michael Winstead is good. 42-0. Pearland leads Dobie outside 6 minutes to go here in the fourth.
Here's a crazy idea. What if your bank actually paid you for using your debit card? Let's say 10 cents for every $10 or more debit card purchase. How amazing would that be? We call it Cashback Counts Checking from Community Bank, a free debit card that pays you to use it. Even he's smiling at that. Swipe all you can from your bank. Community Bank of Texas. Bank where you live.
Nothing Pearland. Here's their latest drive summary.
9-yard touchdown pass from Heath to Saunders caps off a drive of 2 plays, 11 yards, and only 36 seconds off the clock. Extra point up by Winstead was good. The score coming with 6:24 left in the fourth. It's 42-0 Pearland on top of Dobie.
Another kickoff for Michael Winstead. High pooch kick, it bounces.
That's just disrespectful to me.
And it just kind of has a little backspin to it. Pearland looks to have recovered.
Why pooch it?
Nope, Dobie's got it. And they'll start on the 35. Let's have a look at the District 21 5A playoff picture. We'll reiterate, all 4 teams have qualified for the postseason. It's just all about seeding at this point for the teams of 21 5A, LaPorte, North Shore, Port Arthur Memorial, and Deer Park. The winner of tomorrow's game between North Shore and Deer Park will get the number 1 seed for Division 1, while the victor of LaPorte, Port Arthur Memorial would get the top seed in Division 2. Those 4 teams play each other tomorrow night.
Interesting scenario.
Tyler Wolf on the option, keeper straight ahead, maybe a yard to the 37-yard line. All the things that seem to have worked for Dobie in the first half just not working here in the second half.
Yeah, they just can't seem to get their wheels going. I mean, and you have to be kind of deflated as well. You know, they've jumped on you. They've shot themselves in the foot a couple times, and it's just certain things just haven't been going their way.
Second and 9. Penniman turns it upfield and gets a first down.
There you go.
To the 47-yard line.
Good hard run by Penniman.
And a 10-yard run at that.
And that's the first down of the second half.
Good job of just setting off some tackles and fighting to get past that first down marker.
Well, any way you slice it, next week Pearland will take on either Deer Park, the team they eliminated last year from the postseason, or North Shore. North Shore and Pearland had a playoff rivalry just about a decade ago, essentially, as Penniman has to reverse his field goal a little bit backwards and will take a 2-yard loss. But it always seemed that those two would lock up in the first round, and when North Shore was really good, Pearland would never win those games.
Right, yeah.
Then one year they were finally able to eliminate North Shore.
Yeah, it's got to be tough to always go in, you know, to playoffs. You're like, oh, yeah, we made the playoffs. Oh, we're playing North Shore.
They always had their chance. When Tony Heath came to Pearland to be its head coach, I don't want to say how many years it took, but they were 6 wins, 60-plus losses before he took over the program.
Oh, yeah.
And Adonis Thomas loses a couple of more back to the 45.
So how long? So Coach Heath has been out there that long?
Yeah, and they went to the state semifinals in 2006, but were eliminated at Kyle Field by Austin Westlake.
Now,
won an epic Region 3 championship game against Katy in 2010. Parlayed that to a win over San Antonio Stevens in the state semifinals, and then the win over Euless Trinity at Cowboy Stadium for their first ever state championship in football.
But this just goes to show you how a well-coached team can really play. I mean, for Coach Heath to come in, I mean, granted, Pearland did grow and it did expand, and they had a lot of good players, you know, probably developed because of that. But, I mean, for him to come in and turn this program around that has been just purely – it used to be horrible. I mean, of course, it was everybody's homecoming game.
Not anymore.
Definitely not anymore.
Pass from Tyler Wolf falls incomplete. In fact, it was almost intercepted by Andrew Milburn. Another punt, or at least another attempt at a punt for Jose Villalta.
They haven't got the last two off.
It's almost like, what do you do? And they did. I mean, what changed this second half? I don't know.
Line drive kick. Longhorns will let it roll to the 5. 54-yard punt. All right, let's reiterate the 22-5A playoff picture. 2 teams are in, 2 teams are on the doorstep. The Manville Mavericks and the Pearland Oilers have secured their spots. We've reiterated, we'll reiterate the playoff situation again. Pasadena Memorial, all they got to do is win, or actually now, I mean, they're in with this Dobie loss, so Pasadena Memorial will clinch with the Dobie loss tonight. Now Dobie will watch the scoreboard on Saturday afternoon during the Alvin Pasadena Memorial game. They need the Mavericks to defeat the Yellow Jackets or Alvin to win by 3 points or less. Can't win by 4 or more, or it'll be the Yellow Jackets who will advance to the postseason. Hand off, another new back getting a carry for the Pearland Oilers tonight. Marcus McDaniel gaining 5 yards.
Penniman's helmet came off. He's got to come off the field.
Give him 6 on the play. Another handoff to McDaniel. McDaniel takes it to the 21 for 10 more.
McDaniel again gets the call
First down for the Oilers. After this play, we'll throw up the District 23 5A scenario. The Fort Bend schools always do a lot of damage to each other. Ironically, last year's state runners-up in Class 5A Division I may not even make the postseason this year.
Good move.
Handoff right up the middle. Big gain. Cameron Brown. Let's take a look at the playoff situation in 23 5A. Austin, Bush, and Travis are all in. Hightower will get in with a win, a Dulles win, and an Elkins loss. Hightower also gets in if a three-way tie remains among Hightower, Dulles, and Elkins. Dulles gets in with a win, an Elkins win, and a Hightower loss. Elkins get in with a win, a Hightower win, and a Dulles loss. Good enough for you?
That'll work. Somebody needs to win.
Dobie defense stops Brown in the backfield.
One more time.
Couldn't tell you without reading it. But the shocking thing is that Hightower on the brink of not returning to the postseason after losing to South Lake Carroll in Cowboy Stadium last year in the 5A Division I title game.
And, that's one of those things you would think that a school like that, they're so used to going all the time that, you just re-amp and re-up, but they also.
My mom teaches there. She says it's been kind of depressing in the halls.
I believe it. It's very different. And you also, you have new schools out there.
They're not used to not being in the playoffs.
Wouldn't it be a feat, though? On second down, not much yardage picked up there by Pearland. To see a young team like Elkins, who we saw earlier in a game against Clements back in September, or early October, I think it was September. Sophomore quarterback.
Yeah.
Giles.
Very young, yeah.
He leading the team to, well, you heard it, exactly what they'll need to do in order to get to the postseason. This time eating the football was Connor Heath. He gets sacked. And now for 24 5A, everything has been decided. Clear Springs, who Dobie defeated, ironically, in their second game of the season after losing to Atascocita to open up their year. Clear Creek, Brazoswood, and Clearbrook. Clearbrook, a triple option team running out of the wishbone or a flexbone look at times under head coach Paul Lanier, are back in the postseason after a lengthy absence. And those are your Region 3 and Region 2.
You got the interception.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
No, 9 got the interception. 2 would have had an interception, but it was called back. He also had the fake punt pass completion that they fumbled.
Counting down, 38 seconds remaining in the fourth. Pearland had a 14-0 lead at the break, and they're going to come away with a 42-0 victory. Our Raising Cane's players of the game for the Pearland Oilers. Hayden Cole, 2 touchdowns on tonight's game. And Dwight Tucker gets it for the Dobie Longhorns. With these achievements, Raising Cane's proudly salutes our players of the game.
Guess we could have wrote some names down for you instead of making you work for it.
Matter Staffing Services post-game show coming up next as we'll put the final touches on this regular season here on Fox Sports Southwest.com. Pearland and Dobie wrapping up our regular season coverage. Flag is thrown. And Pearland will be backed up 5 yards. Thursday Night Football on Fox Sports Southwest is a production of the Legacy Sports Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or any other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the Legacy Sports Network and Fox Sports Southwest is strictly prohibited. This game is being produced by Scott Sullivan, directed by Matt Broussard. Our technical crew are Jeff Slahetka and Maddie Brumley. The executive producer of the Legacy Sports Network is Jim Barton. Another 5 yards tacked off on Pearland. And a new punter in the game to execute this punt from the end zone. Jacob Henry. Ball will be down at the 49-yard line, a 40-yard punt for Henry. 25 seconds left here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. So with the Dobie loss, Pasadena Memorial have clinched the third spot out of District 22-5A for the postseason, which begins next week. Dobie will have to sit back and hope that Memorial either defeat the Alvin Yellow Jackets on Saturday afternoon or that Alvin beats Memorial, but by less than 4 points. Adonis Thomas on the handoff. About a 2-yard pickup to the 47-yard line, and that will do it. The Pearland Oilers, after losing the District 22-5A championship with a loss at home last week, 42-28 to the Manville Mavericks, put 42 points on the scoreboard themselves here tonight in a 42-0 shutout of the Dobie Longhorns here at Veterans Memorial Stadium in Pasadena. We'll return. Better Staffing Services post-game show comes your way next as we'll wrap it all up here from Pasadena. You're watching Thursday Night Football on Fox Sports Southwest.
Nestled in the comfort of the Texas Gulf Coast, Deer Park, Texas continues to prove why the birthplace of Texas is on everyone's mind. Voted best affordable suburb by the Bloomberg Business Week, Deer Park is home to many businesses and continues to grow in population and industry. With its close proximity to the Houston Ship Channel, Deer Park is home to many industrial leaders like Dow and Shell. Voted in the top 10 most affordable places to live by CNN Money, Deer Park lures many new residents year-round. These residents enjoy the comforts of many retail outlets, recreational locations, and historic sites like the Battleship Texas and San Jacinto Monument. And with a recognized school district that boasts award-winning athletic, culinary, and journalism programs, Deer Park continues to gain the attention of people nationwide. Come see what everyone's talking about and make your next visit to Texas a rebirthing experience in the birthplace of Texas. Don't worry, boots and jeans are optional. Work, stay, play, explore. That's Deer Park, Texas. Uniquely you.
Better Staffing Services post-game show from Veterans Memorial Stadium in Pasadena. Michael Silvers, Brent Moody, Jarrell Branch, our final stand-up for the 2012 regular season. And it was 14-0 Pearland on top of Dobie at intermission. But then the wheels fell off for Dobie. Pearland came out, made all the adjustments they needed, and they come away with a 42-0 victory to erase the memory of losing the District 22-5A title last week in a loss to Manville. They put up 42 points, shut out Dobie, and head into the postseason, Brent Mooney, with a lot of momentum.
Yeah, a lot of momentum indeed. And they came out in the second half, and they were stopped by Dobie initially, and then they were able to convert on that fake punt, and I think that just really deflated Dobie, and they were just completely out of the game after that point.
I think a question should be asked in respect to quarterback Jake Garner, who ran one play in the second half and then exited. Kalen Johnson performed well. What does that mean next week when Pearland takes on either North Shore or Deer Park?
Well, Pearland is lucky to have good two strong quarterbacks, but you want to know, if your starter is ready to go. And he limped off the field, but he looked like he was okay. May have just gotten, maybe a stinger or something like that. But it's awesome to have that second option to bring in your second quarterback and still score some touchdowns.
And if Gardner's at 85%, they're going to start him. And if he's not performing well, they've got Johnson to go to.
And after all the things that have happened to Dobie this season, whether it be a quarterback who leaves the team to focus on basketball, injuries, or eligibility issues, they now have to sit and wait to see what happens on Saturday afternoon to determine their playoff fate for 2012. They'll need either Pasadena Memorial to defeat Alvin or Alvin to win by less than 4 points. And that wraps it up here from Veterans Memorial Stadium here on this Thursday to close out the 2012 regular season. The Pearland Oilers shut out the Dobie Longhorns 42-0. For Brent Moody, Jarrell Branch, and our entire crew, I'm Michael Silvers saying so long for the 2012 season.